I would for sure throw up.
Okay, so how many people would need to be waiting for us in the live chat to like make you nervous?
I don't want to say. I feel like it's a pretty low number.
Just one.
Well, no, because often we have like,
Yeah.
a handful. That's
know.
fine. But I think if the number of people I didn't know outweighed our friends and allies, I think I would
gotcha.
start to get nervous, and because they don't know me.
I feel like I've been getting a little nervous just because like we're on camera now. So I
Yeah.
feel like I've been like a little delicate with like everything I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like there's a different pressure, like a different added pressure to be on
Yes.
camera, right?
For sure.
And I still haven't got my Hawaiian shirt. I got to figure that out.
It's kind of my thing at this point.
It
I think
is.
if you did it now, then it would look a little.
You're a cool dude.
Copycat.
Though. You're a cool dude. So I gotta try to follow you.
I'm reusing again. I have 2 more that I haven't worn, but
Okay.
I couldn't find them. This was clean and ready for me.
Yeah. I'm really. So what? How do I look? See,
You look like Anthony.
I just moved this, and it went to blue.
Is that it?
Now it's back to green. Yeah, I think if I do the little hand wave, it actually. What'd yours do?
Nothing. It's green forever.
That might be the Italian in me, just like
Ooh,
moving.
yeah.
Yeah, just a big gesture type guy. Yeah, I'm still struggling to find my look for the show.
I get that.
You know,
I get that. I think that's perfectly natural. Well, but I think that at this point you do have an established look. You like often will have like a college sweatshirt and your backwards hat. I have a forwards hat that represents dichotomy between us. I think.
on.
Really, really good stuff. Very lost.
Are you Jack or are you Lock? You're Lock. Dang it! That makes me that makes me
Jack is so
though.
cool. I want us to get further into the show so that we can start talking about how much we love Jack as opposed to how much we hate Jack. But we're not there yet.
I've hated him significantly less over the last like 2 months, probably.
For sure.
I
This
mean,
episode, I got a little annoyed with him. I'll be real with you.
Okay. Well, I'm excited to hear because like it's weird. That's normally my thing.
Yeah.
And
I wasn't mad at him, but there was a point where I was like,
yeah.
okay, Jack.
Like I said, we talked about like toxic masculinity. You don't know what it is, but you know it when you see it.
Right.
And it felt like there were a few moments there where like you know it when you see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I do get that because there were a few moments where I felt like I could. You have like a reaction to something and you don't really know like what you're reacting to. You just know that you don't like it.
Right.
And he did that a few times.
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh.
He's just Jack.
He's just Jack. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Do me a favor. Hit it.
Welcome, new passengers,
Sorry.
to the airplane. We are in the airplane. It's Flight 815. I was halfway through swallowing energy drink when the camera came back on. Apologies for anything you may have seen and heard. But we're soaring in the sky through the clouds. We're not nosediving yet, but we might be soon.
Yeah.
Who could say? Fasten your seatbelts. Kiss your butts goodbye. Is that from Chicken Run? No, that's from Snakes on a Plane.
Kiss your butt goodbye. Oh,
It's
like,
from there's a song.
Well, okay. So first off, let's just take a quick time out. You're talking about Chicken Run. Wasn't that the animated movie?
Like claymation, kind of a Wallace and Gromit situation.
And then you went to a Samuel L. Jackson Snakes on a Plane?
This is kind of the same movie when you think about it.
Well, I just think, I think it's interesting that you mixed quotes from both of those movies, right?
Yeah.
Oh, just interesting.
I'm just...
It's a hard job, right? Like nobody wants to be a pilot. They're underpaid
Right.
now. And, you have to take this plane off. That's tough.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But we are in the air, and today we're going to be discussing season 2, episode 4. Everybody Hates Hugo, which is it was a fun episode. I think there was a lot of good stuff happening. Where would you like to begin, Anthony?
Yeah, like she said, I'm Anthony.
Oh yeah, and I am Shelby.
Yeah, we forgot that last time. Yeah,
We've forgotten that a couple times. We're just excited to talk about Lost.
Yeah, okay. There's a ton of places that I want to start, but I think the first thing that I think needs to be talked about, I am team Ana Lucia sucks.
Thank you. I've never been more thankful. She is the notes I have about Ana Lucia this episode are.
What'd I say, Anna?
I don't know. They may both be correct. I think she normally says Ana, though. The angriest woman in the world.
Yeah.
and that's kind of where her character begins and where her character ends. There's not much more substance to her most of the time. She's just pissed off, angry, and is a leader to the tailies through that anger. And that's it.
So they call themselves the tailies, and I'm into that. I'm into that.
The people watching the show at the time called them the tailies. I think if someone said, do they?
No, they haven't yet. I
don't think they do, but I think if someone called them the tailies, Ana Lucia would hit them with a fist. But I like calling them that.
Well, okay, I don't want to get off of Ana Lucia yet.
Sure.
But I do think that I want to talk about the fact that like these people were on the plane.
Yes.
Because that was a massive...
None of them were the others. All the people that got Michael and Sawyer and Jen into the tiger pit are tailies. They are the survivors from the back half of the plane.
Yes, the others were on Oceanic 815.
No, well...
Okay, all right.
The others is a separate thing.
Okay. Oh.
The guy with the beard out that took Walt, he was not on Oceanic Flight 815. He is an other. Michael and Jen and Sawyer assumed that the people that took them were others, but they weren't others. They were the other survivors from 815.
That's what I assumed too.
Yeah.
That's what I assumed too. I thought same people, same, but different.
No.
Oh, no.
We'll get very much more into the difference very soon.
That is fantastic news.
Yeah.
I love to hear that. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Oh, man. Wow, that really pivoted us into a different place.
These are not the others at all.
Yeah, no, Ana Lucia just... Again, I'm not a screenwriter. I am a community actor.
Right.
I really don't know anything. She's
She's
very one note. Just one note. And
exactly.
It's like, how many times can we do this over and over?
We're going to find out. And it's going to be more than we want to do it. I'm going to tell you right up front.
just a man. Yeah.
Who's fighting to get home.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's
etc.
Just very one note. And it not even good. Like it feels very jarring. Like it's forced, maybe, is what I was thinking. I don't know. It's
a lot. It's a lot. The whole when she punches Sawyer and lays him out and is like, you're gonna follow the rules. I'm like, okay.
Tough. Like you had just pulled
what we needed.
You had just pulled two other people out.
Yeah.
And he's like, this seems weird.
Right.
She's like,
and they left Sawyer in there for a while. I would have been suspicious too
if I say do this. Well, like why?
Right.
Seems
but that's not the type of and they are used to that type of leader because that type of leader is who Jack is. Jack will typically he's
Lock
not
two,
cruel.
Lock two.
And
if we're gonna call a spade,
sure.
I mean,
sure, but this type of leadership that is do what I say right now or I will hurt you, and I'm not going to tell you why I'm telling you to do this. That's Ana Lucia, and that's something that is A, not a good leadership philosophy, and B, something that Michael and Jen and Sawyer have not been subject to really at any point because they've been following Jack, who is, yes, he's the leader, but sometimes he makes the wrong decision, but he is mostly a kind man who is there to help the people around him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Despite his mistakes and personal flaws and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that there's like maybe a separate conversation that we can get into, but we don't have to. But I think there is like something to be said about leaders and how they end up becoming the leaders.
Yes.
And then I think there's a very big difference in leaders who lead from the front and leaders who lead from the back.
Yeah.
And we are like stuck on the island. And I know he's your boy. Like, don't get offended. Don't get upset.
I get it.
A lot of leaders from the front. And Saeed, to your defense, is a leader from the back.
Saeed should be in charge.
Yeah, he should. But I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of people say, there's a conversation to be had about leaders and how people are supposed to act. But, like, you are not allowed to just get out in front and tell everyone what to do.
No.
You're supposed to be the person in the back, in the back telling everyone what to do. You need to be the person in the front showing people what to do.
Yeah.
And I feel like Saeed does that. Jack, Locke, and then, now Ana Lucia, your favorite, your twin.
Don't say that to me.
In the back. It's just pushing. It's just weird. Like,
yeah.
Who are you supposed to listen to at this
And I think it's important to note, and we don't know much about Ana Lucia or why Ana Lucia is in charge of these people or anything like that at this point. But we do know how Jack came to be in charge, which is he didn't want to be, and Locke encouraged him that he needed to be because somebody needed to be in charge. This is like the 4th or 5th episode, White Rabbit. Told him that the people needed him. And Jack became the leader, even though he didn't want that responsibility, because he was needed rather than because he wanted to be in charge. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I don't know. Is there something, or am I making it up that like you can become a leader on this island in this situation if you have an essential skill?
Sure.
The doctor and the hunter became the leaders.
Yeah.
You know?
And that makes perfect sense. We don't really know what Ana Lucia brings to the table yet, apart from
being scary, screaming,
fists.
Fists. Yeah.
But with Ana Lucia comes a dearth of other tailies, a group of other people. We've got. I know. I want to get into it now because it is.
I can't.
I cried.
I did too.
I cried a lot. I was already crying a little bit when he walked up to Michael and Jen and Sawyer, and then I was like, "Oh gosh!"
Dude, I love it. I can't do it. I can't do it yet. It's just
okay. We can put that on the back burner.
I mean, I would love to, but like
we've also got So skipping him, we've got Libby.
Yeah, I wrote down new character name.
Yes.
So
Libby is the one who was like, there were 23 of us. And then they show up and there's 5 of them. And she's like, there were 23 of us. And now there's not 23 of us. We have Mr. Echo, who was the big guy that pulled Sawyer out.
Did they call him that? Or
no?
Are you telling me? Yeah,
it's
Mr.
not
Echo.
A secret. It doesn't need to be a secret. That's
okay.
Mr. Echo.
Mr. Echo.
Mr. Echo. And he rules. I'm very excited that he's arrived as a character on this show.
It's got to be weird. Like, okay, I know it's a TV show character, but like he's the muscle.
Yeah.
And then he starts talking and you're like, he really doesn't want to be the muscle.
No, I'm so glad you picked up on that. No, we will learn more about him very soon, but he is the muscle by virtue of being a big guy, but he's actually pretty soft-spoken. He's the first to apologize to the ones that were in the tiger pit.
He asked Sawyer if he's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Mr. Echo.
Yeah, I think that's neat that he is the muscle, but maybe doesn't want to be.
Yeah.
Who wants to be the muscle? Did Jen want to be the muscle? Is there some parallel there?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought that was good. I thought you were really going to like that.
I laughed.
Okay.
But we have him, Adewale Akinoye Baje joins the regular cast, as well as Michelle Rodriguez as Ana Lucia. Guest starring this episode, we had L. Scott Caldwell, who plays Rose, is not a series regular, but she is guest appearing on the episodes she's in. She finally came back. It's been a minute since we've seen her.
I got plenty of notes about her.
Sam Anderson is a guest appearance. I won't get any further into that for the health of your emotions.
Oh, thank you.
Really nice you're not ready to talk about Bernard yet. We won't talk about Bernard yet.
That's really nice of you.
We had Lillian Hurst, who plays Hurley's mom.
Yeah. I would love to dissect her.
I love her. I think she's so funny.
You love her?
Well, no, I'm not saying she's a wonderful mother. I love the actress. I think she's very funny. When she comes in the room, her line when she's like, "It's Jesus. He wants to know what color car you want," is one that always makes me laugh really hard. Really good. Really wonderful Catholic mom.
Brutal.
Who wants the best for her son but goes about it the worst possible way. I love her.
No, she's brutal.
We had DJ Qualls guest starring in this episode, who's one of my favorite television character actors. He played Johnny, Hurley's best friend that he worked at Mr. Clucks with.
Yes.
You see DJ Qualls everywhere just as like minor characters in things. He was in Supernatural, which is what I know him from the most, but he's in everything. We also had a couple of returning actors. I don't think that dude is listed and I don't know his name, so we'll get to him second. But the first returning actor we had was Kimberly Joseph as Cindy, who is the 5th Taily, Ana Lucia, Libby, Mr. Echo, Bernard, and Cindy, who was the flight attendant on the flight who had that little exchange with Jack that was like, it wasn't a very strong reaction. Well, it's not a very strong drink. Do you know what I'm talking about at all?
No.
She was the flight attendant, and she is also with the Tailies.
No, I don't remember any of that at all. When was she in the episode?
She was barely in this episode. You really only saw her in the background of a couple of shots when the tailies were talking to each other after Michael and Jen and Sawyer got there. But I think she's recognizable enough that... And then, like, the pilot in the shots on the airplane, she's featured a bit.
Okay, so she was the 5th tailie.
Yeah.
Okay, because I actually wrote down that there were 23 of them, and there were 4 left.
Oh,
because we had met 4, but there was a 5th.
There was a 5th one. She was just kind of meandering around. She had a skirt on.
Okay. All right, now I'm with you. But I was like, okay, the numbers are doing their thing right now with the Hurley episode. Okay.
We had one other guest actor returning, and I do not know the actor's name. I can find it, but it'll take me a second. Randy Nations has returned as the manager of Mr. Cluck's Chicken.
Oh, that is not at all who I thought you were talking about.
Oh.
I thought you were talking about the clerk at the record store.
Starla?
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen her before. Have we?
No, we haven't. But I just thought, we were talking about, talking about people.
That was Marguerite Moreau. I don't know. I think she's just Starla. But Randy is Hurley's dick boss at Mr. Cluck's. Somebody else had a dick boss named Randy in a flashback. And it's the same man, just with less bad facial hair. Yes, his boss at the box factory is the same guy. This is just 2 different jobs that Randy has had. More connections for our lost characters.
I don't know why I'm looking at you.
She doesn't watch the show, by the way. So he's not seen an episode.
Is that true?
Yeah. That's Randy Nations, who has spent time both as a manager at a box company supervising Locke, and has spent time as a manager at Mr. Cluck's supervising Hurley Reyes.
Gosh darn it. That
Pretty crazy stuff.
How did I miss that?
He looks very different. In the Walkabout in season 1, where we meet him for the first time, he has like long, it's like the Sims 3 haircut. It's like long hair, and then he has a little goatee. But in this one, he has short, like kind of your average man haircut and no beard. So...
yeah, okay. Well, all right. There's literally no excuse, but I'm going to try to make one in the midst of it. Like, that was a long time ago. I wouldn't remember that.
That is a good excuse. It was a long time ago, and he looks completely different. He has a totally different hair and beard.
There were so many reactions or interactions with Locke and Hurley, and they had the same boss. Mm-hmm. That's okay.
Mm-hmm. They had the same dick boss that they both hated. They don't even know that that's a connection for them, but they connected over this episode anyway.
That's what I'm talking about. Now the show's cooking. Now we're moving. Now we're doing the thing. Dude.
Everything's connected.
Gosh darn it. I can't believe it. I mean, I'm only capable of seeing so much, but that one missed me.
Yeah. I mean, it's fair. Again, he looks totally different than he did last time. Do you have anywhere specific you'd like to go? I've kind of railroaded us.
No, you didn't railroad it. It's just kind of, that's our thing.
That's
just how we go, you know? I mean, I will say that, I thought Hugo's mom was, brutal.
Oh, yeah.
And I actually...
She was rude to him.
I wrote down, falling down is an exercise.
Right.
She's
mean.
An absurd thing to say to somebody.
She's kind of a mean woman.
Yeah, it's hate, right? We... paused. That's how mean it is. You don't say that to people.
No, especially not your little boy, your perfect, beautiful son. Do we want to talk about Hurley's dream that he had at the beginning of the episode?
Yeah, with the Cluck guy.
The Mr. Cluck's mascot and Jen speaking, perfect English, but later revealed that he wasn't actually speaking English. Hurley was speaking Korean in his dream or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he says, everything's going to change. He says, have a collect day. And when the scene opens, Hurley is drinking out of a milk carton that has Walt's missing picture on it, like how they used to do with milk cartons and put the missing kids on it. Again, I've seen the show 7 times. I've been watching Lost since Lost was happening. So
I missed that too.
I probably didn't notice that my first watch of this episode, but I noticed it at some point.
Yeah, I guess right now I'm maybe a little bit focused on macro stuff.
Sure.
And when they were talking when Hurley was giving up when he was about to use the dynamite to blow up the food.
Right.
All of those flashbacks made sense to me because like he can't have anything nice. No. Can't have anything good. Like things can't be good for him. Mm-mm. And I feel like, you know, personally, and I think a lot of people can probably relate to like...
It's blue. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
It scared me.
When things are good, you have to find a way to make them not good, you know?
Yeah,
definitely. The camera's blue.
Right. No.
I shouldn't have said that before. That's on me. I shouldn't have said that.
No, it's my bad. No, I think Hurley has some issues with control and with not wanting to be in charge of things because he knows that they won't go right because he is in charge of them. He has like some serious insecurity issues tied into his control issues, which is a big serious deal for him. And being put in charge of the food when, as he says toward the end of the episode to Jack, there's enough for one man to have 3 meals a day for 3 months, but we can't really meaningfully ration that among 40 people for any length of time. So I think we should just give it out and give people a few days of joy where they have, you know, exciting things to eat is the way to do it. And Jack listened, which I love.
Yeah. And you can see like Hurley lights up, like somebody gives him a little bit of responsibility and they respect his opinion.
Yes.
Because like I was struggling a little bit with like Hurley has not done anything wrong in his past life. He hasn't done anything wrong here. He's just a little bit like a victim of the circumstance, maybe. And you know, when you get thrust into a situation that you don't fully understand, like of course you're gonna make mistakes. Like, and he was, you know, I've always said like if I won the lottery, it would be the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Same.
And so, like, that's very relatable. Mm-hmm. And then now, all of a sudden, he's in charge of the food, which, in terms and, like, context of this island, is the lottery.
Yeah.
The food is the lottery.
Absolutely.
And he is now in charge of it. Like, he's going to upset somebody. He's like, I just don't want this.
Yeah.
I don't want this.
I really like how the flashbacks circled around Hurley trying to have, like, one last day of normalcy. Like, he has seen the lottery outcome. He knows he has won. He has not brought the ticket in to claim the money yet. And he just wants to have like one more day where he has a normal day hanging out with his best friend. He asks out the girl he likes. He listens to some music. He chills and hangs out and has a good time. Plays a prank on his shitty boss.
Yeah.
And then that's it. And then it kind of blows up in his face. And his best friend looks really betrayed that he hadn't told him, which isn't really fair, but I get, you know. And then it's all over. And he's worried on island that this is going to happen again, that him having access to the food is going to ruin his relationship with his best friend on the island, the same way that the money may have ruined his relationship with his best friend back home.
Okay, so why was his best friend from the chicken shop, like, why was he betrayed? I guess I was struggling to find that
I think
one.
It's a very personal, I think very specifically, when you look at it from his point of view, it makes a little more sense just because he quit his job. He followed Hurley quit his job in anger, knowing that he had millions of dollars waiting for him to pick it up. And Johnny quit his job because Hurley quit his job, but didn't have any kind of backup plan. And there's a point where they're driving around after they gnome Randy's house where Johnny's like, well, it's almost over. We got about 10 hours before we need to hit the bricks and find a new job. And Hurley kind of just smiles and laughs. And it makes sense from Hurley's point of view that he's doing that. But it's Johnny's probably looking back on that going, well, there was his opportunity to tell me and he still didn't trust me enough to tell me. I thought we were best friends. Yeah. I quit my job for him this morning. You know, I'm not saying it's the most rational reaction to have, but
no, but I
kind of get it.
I feel like there is like,
we all take things personally, I think, when we shouldn't.
Yeah, and I think it's super fair to think, you know, in a moment like that it has to do with you. I think sometimes like I'm a little bit of a victim of no matter what the moment is, even if you come in here and tell me the greatest thing ever that happened to you like 2 weeks ago, I think like it's just like human nature would be like, why didn't you tell me? right? Like, are we not close enough?
Yeah.
Why would you not tell me?
Exactly.
And I feel like I can understand that. Of course, I just think the sad part is us and the characters on the show. You can take something and make it about you.
Yeah.
It's not about you.
No.
But
it's easy for Johnny to make it about him.
And it's the only way that we can like process information is through our own lens. And because he was staring at him, I was like, why is he upset? Like, well,
yeah,
they just spent all this time together.
Yeah, they spent all that time together, and Hurley used none of it to tell him that he had won the lottery, which is fine. I think it's fine for Hurley to do that, and I don't really think it's personal, but I think it's natural for Johnny to take it personally.
Yeah,
and be like, well, man, I thought we were best friends. Why couldn't you tell me this?
I just quit my job for you.
Yeah.
Like, we spent the entire day together.
You had every opportunity to tell me.
But I also understand, like, why Hurley wouldn't want to tell people. Because, like, it's...
Absolutely. When you win the lottery, don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, there's a lot of, like, human... like, of course you don't want to tell people that. Yeah. Like, the same reason that when he asked that girl out, he's like... He kind of cut himself off. He said, I wanted to ask her before... Never mind. I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
Because he wanted her to... He wanted her to say
yes for him, not for the millions of dollars.
Exactly. Yes. I think that's important. You don't want to be known for the wrong thing.
Right.
And I think it's fair that he didn't say anything. I that helps me a lot because I was like, what's this dude pissed about? Yeah. You know, I think of him from, have you ever seen that show on Amazon, The Man in the High Castle?
No, but I've heard that's
It's really good. Yeah, he's in that.
He's really
good.
He's
wonderful.
He was Garth on Supernatural, which I loved that show. And he was really funny there. I like his whole, like, deal. Little squirrely guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's super serious in The Man in the High Castle. And it's like good. Yeah.
He's great.
He gives a ton of credence to the situation that they're in. He's really good.
I think he's on Breaking Bad, too. In some capacity, but I might be wrong.
That's another one of those Soprano shows where like I watched a little bit.
Yeah,
but
I only watched the first season of Breaking Bad.
I didn't do what everybody told me to.
Yeah, I know a lot of people love it. What's really funny, we're going to take a quick segue. Later in the show, there is an actor who shows up for one episode, for a flashback for somebody. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to get into who he plays, but he shows up for one episode. And the actor is this guy that I always get confused with Jesse Breaking Bad, Aaron Paul. It's not Aaron Paul. I can't remember what his name is. He was in Shameless, but he reminds me of Aaron Paul. And my best friend Levi, when we watched this together, loves Breaking Bad. And so leading up to that episode, I was like, get excited. Aaron Paul's coming. Aaron Paul's going to be here in a couple episodes. And it wasn't Aaron Paul at all. Like the episode was 75% done. And Levi was like, so when does Aaron Paul show up? And I was like, he's right there, dude. And I was like, no.
That's him, dog.
That's the guy from Dragon Ball Evolution. That's not Aaron Paul. I said, oh. Well, can't win them all. Nobody's perfect.
Sorry. Don't be in Hollywood at the same time as somebody who looks exactly like you.
Yes.
Right? That's
Justin
on you.
Chatwin. Our friend in the chat, Kapunked. It's Justin Chatwin.
Kapunked is back.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I messed that up, but that's okay. There's certain actors that Mark Wahlberg and Matt Damon do that to me also. I'll see Matt Damon and think it's Mark Wahlberg. And I really like Matt Damon and I really don't like Mark Wahlberg. And so when I get them confused, it's...
let's do a side quest. Why?
Me?
Yeah, what do you like about one and dislike about the other?
One's a good actor and the other's a guy that does the same thing every single time and is also very publicly a terrible person.
Okay, all right, that's fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
We can get into it more when I'm not on camera.
Well, I feel like the last time I saw, well, it's not even about Matt Damon, Hemsworth brother.
Yeah.
The one that nobody talks about.
Luke from Westworld?
Yeah, and he's in all of the Thor movies alongside Matt Damon.
Oh.
They do like the theater shows.
Yeah,
and they
when
act
Loki puts on the little play.
Yeah. I feel like that's kind of like,
I think that was Liam, the one from the Hunger Games. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
There's so many Hemsworths.
Too many.
The Departed was tricky, given that they were both there. You're correct. All right. What about the message in the bottle that washed back up on the beach?
Devastating.
I love that.
Pitiful.
This episode.
Yeah. I don't know. There aren't enough sad like adjectives I could
I know.
use for that. I hated that.
I really loved it as character growth for Claire, though, because Claire finds the message in the bottle. She knows as soon as she finds it, just like anyone would, that this is going to destroy the hope anybody has of the raft, bringing rescue of the people in the raft being safe. It's going to destroy that. She goes to Shannon. We don't see this, but she goes to Shannon and she's like, hey, I found this. What do you think we should do? As the person who has lost someone closest to them on the island, what do you think we should do? And Shannon and Claire decide together, again, this is off camera, we need to go talk to Sun because Sun is the closest to somebody on the raft and she should make the decision of what we should do with it. And then Sun makes the decision to bury it and to keep hope alive.
Yeah.
Peak.
Yeah.
So good.
And there's a ton of parallel there with like Rose.
Yes.
Is. I know he's okay. And I felt like Sun was maybe doing a little bit of the same thing. Like they were mirroring each other. I
know that Jen is okay, but if everyone sees this bottle, then they're going to think he's not okay. And I don't want that. So we're getting rid of it. Yeah.
I guess, can I ask you this question? Like, why Shannon? And I only say that because like they have kind of like eradicated her.
She's not been active recently. No.
So
that sucks.
Is this like an attempt to get her back involved?
Maybe.
Okay.
I think it's important to note that we didn't really get much Shannon building relationships with anybody on the island other than Boone and Saeed. And she and Saeed are kind of on the rocks now.
I was about to say that.
Boone's gone. She's got the dog. She's got Vincent. So she kind of has a last minute connection with Walt, but Walt's also gone. So she doesn't really have any kind of anchor to hook her into other people's stories. I really like that Claire went to her. And I do think that Claire went to her because of Boone. Because Shannon is the only one on the island who really knows acutely what it's like to have someone that they love die on the island. And that's the assumption that everyone's going to make when they see that bottle is Michael and Walt and Sawyer and Jen are all dead.
Yeah.
And I think it may also have to do with the fact that Vincent's with Shannon. And Shannon was kind of given Vincent to take care of him until Michael and Walt come back.
Yeah.
But it's also clear she's really bonded with Vincent. There was some like B-roll type footage of her petting Vincent and kissing his little head, and it made me go, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they're best friends.
Now, like, sometimes like you say things that like put my brain into a little bit of a pretzel, and I start thinking about different stuff. And I feel like I've been struggling a little bit with like, Shannon's gone. Like we had all these different things going, but also I think there's something like maybe that needs to be explored that like she does have the most current trauma.
Yeah.
Like, and I know everybody else, we're doing the flashbacks, we're doing all these different things.
And we've moved on from Boone as viewers, but really it was
quick.
only like a week ago.
It happened quick, like a little too quick. And like Shannon has experienced more loss on the island than anybody else.
Yeah.
And she's not being involved. So I was excited a little bit to see that like maybe she's getting brought back into the fold, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that dramatic
Shannon.
or?
No, I love Shannon. I do think that she has been sadly absent the past little bit. And I was glad to see her again. And I was glad to see her in this context because I think it made a lot of sense. And I've always kind of wanted her and Claire to become friends because I think that they would be fun friends.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see them hanging out.
Yeah, I was just really glad to see Claire again. I love Claire. Yeah, I know. We got to see Claire, my perfect, beautiful, absolutely stunning, angelic princess who could never do anything wrong or hurt anyone. I wrote perfect princess is back.
I know. And
just for you. Just for you.
She's back. And Charlie was on baby duty, so she got to do some other stuff. And
yeah, that's its own separate conversation. Do you want to do Charlie and the baby?
We can go into Charlie and the baby if you'd like. And the peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's, I don't know. I think I am into like what he's doing. Truly. Yeah. I think that like the fact that he's pushing and the fact that like, you started off the show and if you go back to the first like 5 episodes, there's no one in the world I disliked more than Charlie.
Real.
And now all of a sudden he is so selfless and focused on other people. I mean, yes, it's very specifically Claire and the baby, but like what a good arc for him. That's great. Like that's awesome. It's nice to see a character like pouring themselves into somebody else on an island where like people are tending to be selfish, which maybe I would be too. Like I get that as well, but like he is pouring into the baby and you know, it's really, I'm into it. Like Charlie's doing great until we go back to the heroin thing.
Yeah, for now, Charlie's great.
We're going to get there, aren't we?
I love the little island family moments of Claire and Charlie and Aaron.
Yeah.
Just hanging out, being together, being a little family of choice, which I think is really, really sweet.
Yeah.
I loved the peanut butter bit. He was a little bit of a dick to Hurley about it.
Yeah.
But it was in service of Claire. Claire talked about peanut butter to him weeks and weeks ago. They did the pretend peanut butter thing. Charlie now has an opportunity to get her the real deal. Of course he's going to be a little bit intense about it, and he gets it. Hurley brings it to him first when he starts redistributing the food. And then he gets to have some peanut butter. And I love the whole montage at the end of the episode with everyone kind of like having a party and enjoying the food from the hatch and all, you know, dancing and sharing food with each other and getting excited. Rose saving the Apollo bar in her pocket. Unreal.
Are we talking? I can't.
I want to get there, but I'm waiting on your lead because
I can't. I want to. I can't. Like it tore me up.
It tears me up every time. I mean, I started crying because I've seen it before. I know who he is. I started crying as soon as he opened the door to the little room that they were in. I was like, there he is. Thank goodness. Even though I've seen it before, I know he's going to be in there.
No, you talk about Bernard ate.
Sam Anderson
That
is
was
great.
One of
Yes.
And
he just had that little moment to do anything, to prove himself as an actor, to start his character on the show, and he eats it up.
It's insane.
His nervousness in asking the question in the first place. You can tell he's a little bit afraid of the answer, and then the relief when he does hear that she's okay.
Yeah. It's stunning acting. Like the fact that that looked like to me, and the way that I reacted, like I said, maybe I'm emotional these days.
Me too.
Things have been, he reacted as somebody who had read that entire season of scripts.
Yeah.
And he, we're in season 2, episode 4, he had read the entire first season and the 3 episodes leading up to him. He knew all of that. And he was able in that moment to bring all of that to life in a very authentic, real way. Like he was choked up. He was sick to his stomach. He couldn't even really get the words out because he was
so scared.
He didn't
want
the answer.
Could be.
Yeah. And it's just, I think it's a thing that people say all the time, like, don't ask questions that you don't want the answer to. And he did. And that was one of the best scenes.
Yeah.
Like I think that I've seen so far.
And
that was unbelievable.
Absolutely. And it's clear that things have been harder on the tail section. They started with 23 people. Now they're down to 5. Meanwhile, up on the beaches where the rest of the Losties are, we started with 43, now we're down to 40 or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Technically 41 because we had a birth too.
And Arts was...
Arts was a sacrifice that I demanded, not
Arts was on Arts. Arts was on Arts maybe a little bit, right?
Right. But so it's clear things. And so he's like, that's the framework he's working with is whatever horrors they've been facing that killed, 17 people. That's what he's terrified of.
It's unbelievable. It was such a human moment.
Yes. And he thanks them.
Yeah. I mean,
Thank you for telling me that my wife is okay.
Yeah. Because I feel like I've done a lot. I'm a known Lost hater, except that I do this every week. So of course I love the show. This was the first time I felt like a TV character was a real person.
Yeah.
He delivered all of that. Like that moment felt like I was watching a real person react to, is my wife alive?
Yeah.
And it was gripping. It was gripping is the only way that I could classify that. It was unbelievable. I loved that moment.
He's so good. Cup Hunt brought it up and reminded me. He was in Forrest Gump. Sam Anderson was.
Ooh.
He played.
When?
Not a good look, character-wise. He played the principal of the elementary school that his mom bangs to get him into the school, and he's like kind of gross.
You hate to see that.
Yeah, but he's also Bernard.
We're gonna move on real quick. That's a good nugget. You hate to see it.
Yeah, he was in that movie one time.
Because doesn't like Forrest sit on the phone and go
yes,
and he makes that sound.
He makes the same noise that I guess Sam Anderson was making.
Yeah,
when he was having fun with Sally Field in there.
Tough.
You can't win them all. Sawyer took that rock to his head from Ana Lucia.
Sawyer's dying.
It looked like it hurt bad. Sawyer's been
dying.
Sawyer's got a terrible wound
it's
in
infected.
His shoulder. It's for sure infected. There's no way it's not.
Dog, he's dying. Like he's like,
and everyone's being mean to him again.
He's still getting that ass whooped. Like, why would he not? It's crazy. He's still dying. It's oh gosh. I was like, Sawyer, you just can't help yourself for losing. I mean, dude, he will not get on the same page to keep himself alive.
He gets his ass whooped.
He gets
his ass whooped. Period. Full stop. That's
it's
what he's there
insane.
For. Yeah. Hurley and Johnny listen to Drive Shaft's You All Everybody at the record store, and Johnny says Drive Shaft, more like Suck Shaft.
Suck Shaft.
And I laughed really hard. I thought it was good. Very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suck Shaft.
Suck Shaft. That's what it's called.
It's inappropriate. We got to put a disclaimer on the episode. I think we can't. Just
all of our episodes have been pretty freaking inappropriate. I'll be honest with you. Do we want to talk about Jack in the shower?
Yeah. Can I do like a new segment called Anthony's Predictions?
Sure.
The Apollo bars have something bad in them.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Because nobody knows what they are. Have you ever heard of this? No, I've never heard of the Apollo bar. There's something like the brain chemistry, something where they're like
where you're coming
manipulation bars.
Mm-hmm,
you know, it's like it kind of keeps everybody docile.
Mind control bars.
Yeah, mind control bars. Exactly.
Okay. Well, thank God that Rose saved one for Bernard, so he can get mind controlled later. Then.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds like that's wrong.
Who could say? Well, I guess we'll find out. Maybe one day.
Okay. Apollo bars are bad, is what that's.
Okay.
I don't know why yet, but they're bad.
I see what you mean. I've got something that I am not sure if I want to tell you. It's a really interesting nugget about this episode.
Why don't you want to tell me? Let's start there.
Because if I don't present it right, I feel like it'll be a spoiler. But I think I can present it at some point in the show.
You're a professional.
I am a professional.
You got this.
You're so right.
You got this.
I'm not going to tell you the context, but at some point in the show in the future, we will see a toddler Aaron. Maybe there's a time skip. Maybe we just move that much further in time. Maybe there's a flash forward. Maybe there's a dream. Who cares? At some point, we see a toddler Aaron. And it's a little bit further down the line. The baby Aaron actor, of course, right now, there's like a dozen baby Aaron actors. They switch him out every episode because it's a baby. But the baby Aaron actor in this episode is going to be toddler Aaron later. He's the Aaron that comes back to be toddler Aaron later in the show, which I think is so cute.
That's incredible information. That is incredible information.
There's like a dozen different Aarons they use, but this Aaron is the one that comes back.
Because I felt like I wanted to ask you, like, they're using a real life baby.
Yeah.
Like,
they're using a lot of real life babies. Yeah.
This one comes back.
Yeah, this one returns later to be like 3-year-old Aaron or whatever in some sort of capacity.
That's okay. See, that's good information. It only spoils that Aaron doesn't die. That's it. And that's okay. I mean,
and maybe he doesn't. Maybe it's a dream.
Ooh.
Or something like that. A parallel universe.
Okay.
Who could say?
No, I mean, that's pretty good though. Like, I love that. That's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about though. Like, I would never be able to watch. And I think that's, why I miss so many things. Because I am involved with you. And I'm looking like too closely at one thing.
Because I'll tell you on Monday.
No, I just miss everything.
There's so much to miss. It's
I know.
So easy. Like there's so much crammed into every shot of this show that you're going to miss stuff. It's completely okay. Jesus wants to know what color car you want. I still think it's so funny.
I was really hoping he was going to say yellow.
Because he does end up with the yellow Hummer. Yeah.
I was really like, he's going to say yellow. And then they were just going to cut real quick to the yellow Hummer breaking down as the house is burning down, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. That would be good. So I do want to talk about some terrible dialogue that was in this episode. It was just clunky. It was just clumsy.
Anna Louise.
No, not Anna Lucia.
Lucia. See, I'm not even giving her like her correct character name. I'm just like making it up.
That's fine. It's no less than what we need. But the bit where they're in the hatch and everyone has a job in the hatch, and Saeed's job is to tear down the concrete wall where the magnet is, I guess. I don't know why he's doing that, but they're having him do that. And Jack walks over and checks in on his progress. Hey, how's it going? He tells him, and then he's like, well, look at this. And he shows him how the key, and that's obviously for our benefit. This is a few episodes ago, but if you'll remember, Jack's metal key floats in this area of the hatch because there must be a powerful electromagnet. And then it is just clumsy dialogue that is obviously there because they were getting the episode ready. And at some point they were like, well, people are going to notice that Saeed's hitting the wall with a metal piece of crap that is not being affected by it. And so Saeed goes, well, good thing this is titanium. Yeah. Almost no magnetic attraction. Thank you, Saeed. Yes, we really needed that exposition. Really good.
It's answering a question that no one had asked yet.
Yes.
But they will ask.
They knew that people would ask when they were writing or directing. It could have been added late. I don't know. But it made me giggle.
Okay, well, let me ask you this question.
He was beating those walls up, though.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he's a tough guy. I mean, he's the strongest guy on the island. You know, he won the superlative. We know that.
He did. He's tough.
This is for you and everybody in the chat. Between that and the fact that they used arts as like a audience proxy.
Yeah.
Were the show writers listening to the feedback a little too much?
Maybe. I think probably.
You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I mean, it's not bad to do that if you're showrunners. That's not a bad thing to do.
No,
it's like gauge the interest of the audience.
And I think they did it the right amount. I don't think that there are any points where they like just capitulated to a fan theory that was popular and been like, oh well, that'll work. We'll plug it in. I don't think they did anything like that, but they did. I think listen to people about, oh, well, this character's maybe not working. Maybe we should pull focus from them.
Yeah. And I think it's probably pretty difficult when there are so many storylines going on at one time that like you do maybe need to explain a few little things that continuity wise to make sure that like, oh, well, you know, he's hammering that with a magnetic piece of metal. Can't do that. Right? People are going to be pissed.
Cowpunch is bringing up a story I've read where Arst was also kind of written to be based off of a teacher that Damon Lindelof had at one point that he hated. And so blowing him up was kind of a revenge or like a fuck you to this teacher he hated as a kid.
I guess if you...
Thank you, Cowpunch. I wouldn't have never brought that up, but you're right.
If you have the platform, you might as well do it.
You might as well do it.
Okay. All right, yeah. I mean, go for it. You know, get them.
You've got to. I loved Hurley and Charlie's hug at the end. And you can tell that Hurley is relieved that this didn't turn out like his friendship with Johnny. And you can kind of tell that was his fear.
Yeah,
I love their friendship.
There is so much about Hurley that I think, like, especially the last few episodes, I can tend to be a little harsh, I think, sometimes in my initial reactions.
We all can be harsh.
There are a lot of things about Hurley that feel like, because you told me very early on, he is the audience proxy. Like
he is, at the beginning, the audience proxy, just in that he doesn't have much to offer in terms of special skills. Like he's not a surgeon or an ex-Republican Guard soldier or an ex-con or anything like that. He's just like a guy who had a lot of money who also used to work at a chicken shop, and that's kind of it. And he is reacting to the sci-fi shit that happens on the island the way that I think most of us would, which is what?
And like I think that everybody has their own kind of like backstory drama that like they're looking to fill a hole that existed from their flashback.
Yeah.
He is looking for a friend. He's trying to figure out who he is. Like, he has like maybe the most human reaction to any of this, if that makes any sense. Like, he just doesn't want to be hurt by a friend. He doesn't want to lose a friend again. He doesn't want to be hated.
Right.
He wants to be valuable. Like, and there's a lot of things.
He's really worried about being hated. He tells Rose in this episode that he's worried about being hated. And Rose kind of brushes him off with like, well, you're the only person on the island that everybody likes, actually.
Yeah.
But that's not how Hurley feels about it. He feels like he has a lot to lose. He feels like, especially being in charge of the food, and he's also seen how relationships have gone on this island. I mean, we've seen a season. It seems like there's a fist fight on the beach every week. Yeah. Relationships are crumbling. People are getting, and I understand Hurley not wanting to end up on the other side of that.
Yeah, and I think like with a lot of the mains, there is they don't want to be hated or they want to be loved. I think both of those things are very close, right? But Jack wants to be loved, right? He's still going to be selfish in his behavior. He will choose protecting everyone and being a doctor over being loved. Saeed wants to be in charge, and he will just kind of push his way in. Kate, everybody has their own things that I think at the very baseline equate to wanting to be liked, and he doesn't have any of those traits that the rest of the people have.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And like he
so.
just wants to, man, he just wants to be a part of the island. He wants something more. I mean, he has 100, whatever it is, 68 million. 60,
a lot.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah.
A lot more money than me.
Yeah, and he wants to be valuable despite having that much money. And everybody else has a skill that makes them valuable.
Yeah.
And they have to wrestle with whether they are valuable or liked. And I think that he's trying to like deal with both at the same time. He wants to be valuable and liked, but he doesn't have necessarily a skill. And this puts him in a position to be valuable. Yeah. And he's not going to be liked, which is really tough.
But he ends up picking the path that gets him value and like. Like, that is probably the best thing to do with all that food that was, a supply of food for one person and redistributing that amount of food to 40 people. And then, obviously, you're going to like the guy who's handing you a box of Cheerios. You know what I mean? When you've been eating nothing but sushi.
You told me. He's the man. You told me.
He really is. I love Hurley. I love Jorge Garcia. I love Hugo Reyes. I love Hurley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm there. I know I was tough. But I'm there.
I love him. Let's talk about Jack walking in when Kate is in the shower and just standing there for like a full minute and then going, hey. He just stands there and goes, hey. And then I really honestly felt bad for Kate because she was trying to get her stuff together while trying to keep the towel around her. She was obviously like a little uncomfortable. I know that she likes Jack and she wants Jack, and I'm not saying she doesn't. But it's an awkward situation to be in, uncomfortable. You're at a disadvantage. You're naked, and he's just standing there fully clothed talking to you. Yeah. And she's having to hold the towel around herself while she gathers up her clothes. She's like, oh, you're in here. You might as well take a shower too. He's like, maybe I will later. And still looking like, Jesus Christ, Jack. Yeah. I was rooting for you and Kate sometimes. Don't be gross.
It seems like it especially,
it was a little icky.
Especially at the end, it seemed like it worked for him. But yeah, it was not great. Like, here's the thing. You walk into somebody taking a shower, which I don't think I've done.
No?
Yeah, I don't think I've done that before. If I was,
it would be.
I wouldn't just stand on the wall going, "Oh, how's it going?"
Yeah,
like, you would get out of the room.
I would open the door. I would say, "Oh, sorry," and close it again.
And he was just
like a normal human being.
No, sorry, door's broken. I'm just gonna stand here and look for a little while. Yeah, so like it's insanely uncomfortable. But I don't know. Like, was that like supposed to like bring us closer to their thing?
No, I think that a lot of times, I think they started the show really leaning on this Sawyer, Kate, Jack love triangle, and the chemistry for those two are a little bit different. And sometimes the chemistry between Kate and Jack is very good. I'm not saying it isn't, but sometimes it is not. This scene, it did not feel like it was there. It felt uncomfortable, not sexy, not romantic. It was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Let her put her clothes on. Get out of there. Get a job. Like, that's how it felt.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. I would imagine there's like maybe
just be polite.
A small window there where he saw her and it pulled him in, and she wanted to be seen, and it's like a quick thing. She didn't seem like she was
into it though. She seemed nervous and uncomfortable.
Exactly. Yeah. Like but I guess I do understand. Like maybe seen and being seen, there's something there, but it's short, it's small. Like, and then everyone acts normal. They run away.
I think it would have. I think it could have been saved if he like opened the door, froze for maybe a second too long, and then was like, I'm so sorry, and then closed the door. I think that would have, specifically for Jack's character, worked a lot better. What he did in this episode, and you're going to hate me for this, what he did in this episode was much more of a Sawyer thing to do, and it was not how Sawyer would have done it either. Like, does that make sense?
Yes.
I would more believe Sawyer would stand there in the doorway and kind of like do a little power play about it, flirtily, like Jack was trying to do in this episode. But I also think it would have been less uncomfortable if it was Sawyer for some reason, and that might just be hot bias. I don't know.
No, it's not.
But
no, like
it felt very weird and a little bit out of character for Jack. And
yeah, it felt like raunchy just for the sake of being raunchy.
Yeah.
Like, he stood there until she walked out of the room.
I know.
Why would that ever happen?
Like,
why would that ever happen?
Stayed in the doorway, so she had to walk past him.
Crazy.
Still in that towel.
Insane. Even if like you two are in love and meant to be,
right?
You don't walk in on somebody and then just stand there until they pass you.
Right.
You just say, "I am so sorry. Can't believe I did this. I stood for too long. I did like it though. Just do with that what you will, and then I'm gonna get out of here." He just said, "Walk by
and
me."
He stood there forever, and then he was like, "Hey,
maybe I will. Maybe I will take a shower. Maybe
I'll take a shower later." She's like, "You smell like shit." He's like, "Yeah, baby. Shut up. Stop. I don't want any more. I don't want any more."
I mean, it feels like you missed the entire plot. The fact that he did not leave the scene first.
Yeah.
He needed to leave the scene first. Even if it was a good moment.
Yes.
He needs to leave the scene first.
And maybe a little apology. Maybe a little, "I'm so sorry for walking in while you were wrapped in the smallest towel God's ever seen."
I didn't want to bring up the towel size.
It was perfectly like nipples to bottom of the ass cheek.
Yeah.
That's too small. That's too small. Cover that poor girl up a little bit more.
They're paying her too much.
You don't have to.
I mean, they're paying her too much, but yeah. It was, the towel.
The teeny tiny towel. And Evangeline Lilly's a short woman. I feel like she's like 5'5".
Yeah.
Come on.
I just think if you would have seen her in the towel, you still walk away. The towel's too small. Like, I mean, okay, I'm thankful that you said that because
it's a small towel.
What's he just
covered very little.
He's like, maybe later.
And Jack,
like, dude,
it may have had more to do with like fan service. Like, we're primetime ABC. We've got to have a scantily clad woman every now and then so that we have ratings. I really don't know.
Okay. This is going to be tough. And I hope that I say this correctly. That makes sense to me from that perspective. Yeah. I don't agree with it, but I don't either. Understand.
But especially in like 2005, there wasn't HBO as fully. There was, but there wasn't like HBO television as much as there is now, where you've got Game of Thrones, you can turn it on and have, ass and titties for an hour every week. It was primetime had to kind of have some sultry without being in any way explicit moments.
Yes. So like I said, I that is what I'm talking about. I don't agree with it. I do understand it. I don't understand like narrative plot wise that he still stood there. Like you want to put her in the towel, like weird. Gross, don't like it, but him standing there makes everything worse. Like, were we supposed to think he's like a good dude? Like, they're really bonding now? No, it was
gross. It was gross and strange.
I just felt like that was like one thing that I wrote down. It's like, we got to talk about Jack. Like, don't walk into the bathroom and stand there. We don't do that.
Speaking of uncomfortable, I think I said this to you when I came in before we started recording. Why is everyone trying to get Jen to piss on them? This is the second time someone asked Jen to piss on them in this show. No one else has been asked to piss on anybody. I understand the first time Hurley was misinformed about sea urchins. This time it's a bullet wound. Why? Is he being funny? Is it a joke? I guess it is, but why is it funny? Sawyer is like, do you want to pee on it? Your bullet wound? You want it more infected? What are you talking about, dog? What do you mean?
Yeah, it's not good
What's
for him.
the joke?
A few theories.
I get that he's not being serious, but I do not understand what the joke is.
I don't know what the joke is either. Maybe he's the most handsome, so maybe that it's like a fetish thing.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they just want Jen
I would completely get it if it was
to
just
be involved that way. Maybe Jen's just like straight up wrong place, wrong time. He's always around the people who don't act right. Yeah, 3, Sawyer's a dumbass. And he just says stuff out loud, you know?
Yeah. So you've got to wonder if Jen has learned peace yet. And if so, what does he think of these people? I want him to, if and when he reunites with Sun again, I want him to pull her aside and be like, are you clocking how obsessed with piss these Americans are? Because I don't like it.
I need to see a blooper of him just like going, just
all right, I guess.
Fine, we'll do it. Fine, whatever. It's just like,
sure, that's how I can be useful.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too much. I like that. Yeah. They don't ask anybody else, but again, he is the most handsome, and clearly the intimacy coordinator, they're all struggling with the writers. Like, you know, so I'm not going to comment on how they're perceiving intimacy right now on the show.
Lot of piss, a lot of
creeping.
voyeurism.
Yeah. Like, whatever. So, not great.
Sure. Do you have anything else that we need to get into? Have we hit all of your notes?
Let me see. Like I said, officially team Ana Lucia sucks.
Love it.
Sawyer's dying. Suckshaft.
Suckshaft is really good.
Is Chernobyl going to be a thing? Because, you know, Saeed was like the last time I saw, you know,
that's an interesting
concrete
question.
put in like this. It was Chernobyl.
Right. That's a very interesting question.
Okay. That's okay. Zoe, that's a good sign. That means I'm on to something.
It could mean that he's on to something, dear listeners, but it could just also mean that he's like in the general neighborhood of something very, very minor. Who could say? We'll find out in season 5.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, your non-answers typically mean that I'm doing something right.
Perhaps. I need to start giving non-answers when you're totally off base. I need to start being like really like, oh, who knows?
Which I do that a lot too, though. No, I just, you know, we got a, it's really weird. We didn't push a ton of island. We didn't push a ton of narrative forward, but man, there was a lot of work that was still done. Like with character development, and then also like we had so many new characters. Like I was like, new character episode. Like which you know that I'm looking forward to. Like we have Libby, we have Harold,
Harold.
Bernard.
I
said Harold.
I don't know. We have Libby, we have Bernard, we have Mr. Echo, we have Ana Lucia.
You know, I was watching our short earlier when you were talking about Harold Perrineau.
Oh,
and
that is the most popular one, and I love that people are watching them. I really do. I hate that the most popular one is the one that starts with me struggling to get the word water out. I know. But I'll live, you know. I do know how to say water. Yeah. Water.
Hey, I'm going to stop talking. You do it again.
Water.
Nailed it.
Thank you.
But we had a bunch of like new characters.
Yes.
So I feel like the show is like expanding, which is exciting. Like even though we didn't move forward in like aspects that necessarily I want.
Sure.
The characters that we know, they are expanding, and the island itself is expanding. So I have to like take all of that into consideration. You know what I mean?
Certainly new things happening and new things to worry about.
Yeah, the Ana Lucia thing, though, it's like you
get ready for more of that.
You might have ruined it for me.
We'll have an Ana Lucia episode here in a few. Well, I'm kind of a couple in a row because we have spoilers, not really. We have the next episode is Jen and Sun.
Come on.
Love it. Love it. And it's a good one.
That's all I want. I want the spinoff.
Then after Jen and Sun, we have Shannon.
Yes.
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 I just
Bring her
said-
back.
I just said, I was like, I'm so glad she's
We
back.
starved for
If
some
you-
Shannon Rutherford, and here she is.
If you say Claire, I'm jumping across this table.
No Claire for a little bit.
Oh.
No Claire for a lot of bit, actually.
Well, thank
which
goodness
is
for the table.
Lame. No Claire in season 2? No. Lie. Claire shows up.
Okay.
Claire has an episode, but it's not for a while.
Good.
I just can't read. So, Shannon, then we have an episode that is structured a little bit differently, where the flashbacks are not going to be off island, and instead it's kind of going to be a whole episode about what has happened to the tail section since the crash.
We need that.
And it's a good episode.
We need that.
It's heavy on Lucia, of course, but it's a really good episode. And then right after that is our first Ana Lucia flashback episode, which we can talk about when we get to it.
No, I'm into all that.
Do you know what comes after the Ana Lucia episode, though?
Jack.
It's a Kate episode called What Kate Did. Maybe we'll find out what Kate did.
Okay,
in the
all right.
episode called What Kate Did.
Now that pause probably wasn't good for radio, but like, you know,
You were excited. That's okay.
So I do think that Ana Lucia is going to present a romantic challenge for Jack.
Wow. Okay.
Because didn't they talk in the bar?
They did.
It's the same person? Yeah.
They did. Yeah.
So
they kind of had a flirty little moment where they talked about the
I think
plane
she's
and-
going to find Jack and they're going to see each other and there's going to be a weird moment where like Kate is mad at him or they're mad at each other.
Yeah.
And he's going to bond with her.
Yeah.
And there's going to be like a jealous interaction.
Maybe. I've told you that the Kate Jack Sawyer love triangle gets more complicated every season.
Oh, so that would make sense because she's going to be around Sawyer. Sawyer's going to fall for Ana Lucia. Ana Lucia is going to see Jack fall for him. Kate's going to be pissed at Jack because, yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
Sure. We'll see.
Okay.
Certainly there will be some Ana Lucia romance. I mean, Michelle Rodriguez is beautiful. I get it.
If she's mean.
She's
right?
mean as hell.
You can only be so beautiful and be mean,
And she's
right?
hateful, right?
Yeah, I mean, are you beautiful if you're hateful? In my opinion, no.
That's true. That's a
not.
really important statement, Anthony. Thank you.
Just want people to know that. That's just a side thing.
Kindness is necessary for beauty.
I'm just gonna
Write that down.
Hey, what did we say last week? Clip that.
Clip that. Hey, chat, clip that.
Hit the mods. The mods clip that.
Mods, clip that.
I guess I still don't understand what mods are.
Well, I am a mod and Zoe is a mod in our chat right now. So if right now we've had
Clip
all
that.
nice. Well, I don't know how to do that.
Oh,
That's more like for Twitch. Like,
I don't understand it at all.
but right now we have like a bunch of lovely commenters. A bunch meaning me, Cup Hunt, and Ty.
That's good.
Are in here commenting. Love it. But if someone came in and was like, Shelby's a fat bitch, idiot, killer, then we would ban that person. And that's what we can do as mods. You know, if we got somebody in here being mean, then we would ban them. Because you have to be nice.
That's really mean. If
Yeah.
I can't even say that.
Yeah, that would be very mean and I would ban them.
Yeah. Oh, can we report them to somebody? Because that
Sure.
seems way too hateful.
I'm sure.
Okay.
I don't know that YouTube's going to care, but maybe.
Okay, maybe. All right.
Should we land the plane?
Take us home. Do
you have anything else?
No, I don't have anything else. That just threw me off right
Well,
there. That was
you
just
know.
crazy. If somebody comments that, show's over.
No, we have to finish Lost. That is so important. The show will be
we're
over.
still gonna finish.
Okay, well, the show will be over when we finish talking about the end. Okay? All right. Oh,
Oh, you want to talk about Bernard?
no. We did. Do you want to talk more about Bernard? What do you want to say?
It's beautiful, and I have missed Rose so
Yes.
much. And like even before Bernard, Rose with Hurley, like she
Yeah.
rocks. Like she's
Helping
just
him do the inventory.
Yeah.
And, yeah. And
Just-
I know I already talked about it, but I love that she saved the Apollo bar. She talked about how Bernard has
Sweet
sweet
tooth.
tooth. He had a mouthful of sweet tea.
Yeah.
And she saved, once he passed out the food, she saved an Apollo bar because she knows she's going to see him
it's just
again.
amazing. No,
Love
it's
it.
just yeah.
Love
Like
it.
I really, yeah, it's unbelievable. All right, I think that's it. Just
Okay.
take us home.
Grip tight to the seat in front of you. Grip for dear life. Fasten your seatbelt. Put the tray table up or I'm afraid it'll vivisect your entire body and spill your entrails onto the cabin floor. This is very serious shit. We're in the air. I don't know how long we're going to be in the air. Not much longer, kids. If the plane breaks in half and you end up in the front side of the island, choose between the caves in the beach. If you end up on the backside of the island, hide. It's not good over there. Otherwise, have a great time. Remember your numbers, and we'll see you next time when we talk about And Found, our Jen and Son episode. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.